Hi, this is JJ. Welcome back. This is just another random book discussion. I don't really have any coherent thoughts here, but I did want to just discuss a couple of things. I recently was watching this video by Shakespeare Made Clear, uh, and she was asking for people to tell her why she should give The Tempest another shot, like what were their favorite parts about it, basically selling it to her. And I was scrolling through the comments, and it just absolutely amazes me how we can all read the same thing and have completely different takeaways. Uh, not so much just what we like about it being different, but literally the themes that we get out of it could be so completely different. And it fascinates me just because we are bringing all of our biases, our lived experiences into whatever we're reading. So we can all like or dislike things for different reasons, but what we're taking into it does shape how we're reading it and how we're accessing that book or that play or that poetry. And so it just is so weird, especially today, how uh, people who've read Hunger Games or who know who the villains are on Star Wars are the same ones living and doing and following people who are the villains in those books that they recognize in the books were horrible, and they don't see the, I mean, I just don't see the disconnect there. And that's always fascinated me of how you can see something so clearly in a book and then completely miss the point in real life. But then once again, scrolling through those comments and how some people were talking about is a story of redemption or a story of forgiveness, or it was a story of basically suffering that punishment that you wrought, and those are some completely different ways of viewing the same story. And that's why I love books so much. That's why I love having booktube in this community of people who are discussing books, and what I like you guys might hate, what you guys hate I might love, and it's completely subjective, but not really, because it's also about, like I said before, our lived experiences and everything that we're bringing, all that baggage that we're bringing into reading. So I feel like how we view a book says a lot more about our world and how we see it, versus what the book is actually doing. It's holding a mirror to us. It always it's a Percy Jackson quote that I always like to think about in times like this. But it's actually they were talking about how so many people kill in God's name, and how that actually says more about the people who are doing that killing than about their God. Because if they think that that's what their God wants, that definitely says more about them than the God that they are serving. And so that is very much how I feel like we go into books, and how we go into any kind of interpersonal communications, when we're having these discussions. If you're going in good faith, or if you're going in trying to cause trouble, or start something, or shame, or all this stuff. And I just I just wanted to know your thoughts, and how when you read a book and you think it's great, what is it what are some of the books that you feel like the way that you saw it is completely different than anyone else's take on it? Not whether you liked it and everybody else hated it, but what were the themes that you drew out that other people seem to have missed? Or what were some of the correlations and parallels that you caught, that maybe somebody else didn't, or that somebody caught and you missed. Just a reading experience. That's why some of my favorite reading experiences have been getting used books that were marked up and well loved, and there's so many thoughts, and the way that everybody interacts with the text is differently. And when I read those and see what they highlighted, what was important to them, how they made those comparisons, how they saw themes that I didn't see, or a foreshadowing, or different metaphors and things, made connections that I don't always catch. Seeing someone else doing it in real time as I'm reading their comments on the page, and I've said this before in a video, has been a great experience for me. But we get that when I do a review on a book and you guys are like, oh yeah, I liked this and this about a book, and I didn't even get that when I was reading the book. Or I'll watch your videos and you'll give this really fantastic review about it, and it's something that I completely missed. And I love that because it enriches the experience, and some of the times it even makes me want to go back and reread a book that I might not have really connected with before, just because I'm like, wow, if I missed that, what else did I miss? And that's why rereading is so important, because the whole adage of, you're not the same person every time you read it. The text doesn't change, but the experiences, the education, the knowledge, the wisdom that you bring into it, and still with all the same experience and baggage and biases and stuff, you might have corrected some of those. You might have found some of your blind spots and worked to fix them so you don't have those same blind spots before. Or because of that, a book that you absolutely read and I loved before, when you reread it, it just doesn't fit just right anymore, because you're seeing some of the depth in the struggles and stuff that you completely forgot to notice before, and they're now brought to the surface for you. Whether or not that makes it a better or a worse experience is once again up to you. And that is why reading and art and community is so important, and how engagements like this are very fascinating and important. So anyway, I just want to kind of share that, see if you do have any experiences with where you saw something, or you took something away that not everybody else did. And I'll maybe make my own video once I get thoughts together, because, like I said, I wanted to just discuss this and kind of have an open dialogue. I didn't so much think of personally about what book I would have included. So I'll probably put that down in the comments below so that we can continue this dialogue. But I just would really like to hear some of your experiences that helped shape books that meant something significant to you in a way that they might not have meant to somebody else, or that you want to share something so that somebody can have that appreciation for one of your favorite books. They won't be able to bring all of that in, but now they'll at least have this understanding that they didn't have before when they take it in that book. So I guess thank you to that video that I saw, but also so Shakespeare made, now I forgot the name of it, Shakespeare made clear, also just recently did a dialogue discussion for Sir Ian's very, very amazing speech when he was quoting the Sir Thomas More play, The Stranger's Case, that he just did that's kind of gone viral when he did it on late night, because of all of the stuff going on, not just with ICE in America, which is absolutely horrific, but the immigration plight worldwide and how it's always been a thing, even in Shakespeare times. So if you didn't see that video, go check out and watch his very incredible rendition of it. But then check out her video as well to see the breakdown and her discussion on it. She has so many fascinating insights. I really love listening to how she sees Shakespeare. It helps me have a better appreciation and understanding of the plays that I already love as well. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of start a discussion and say thank you for this community once again. Have a great day.